In today's lecture, we will discuss about the different aspect of newsroom, the structure of newsroom, designation of newsroom, function of newsroom, and what is the relevance and the importance of newsroom in current scenario for the news channel. Why we are giving more relevance and the importance to the function or to the different aspect of newsroom. So, today we will discuss each and everything one by one in a well mannered way. So, now I am going to start with the importance or the relevance of the newsroom for the news channel. So, first of all, newsroom is also known as the nucleus of the news channel or the backbone of the news channel. So, whatever information or whatever news we are receiving from different bureaus or the different reporters, we are trying to handle or we are trying to process the news story within the newsroom, and in the whole process news desk is playing a very crucial or the important and the vital role in the processing, in the drafting, in the editing, in the finalizing, and overall in the playing a crucial role in the process of telecasting of the news from the newsroom to the television screen. So, this is the main function or this is the main role of a news desk in a newsroom. So, now I am going to give you some basic information about the news desk or the newsroom. So, first of all, as per the visuals or as per the still images, it is already visible to all of you. So, newsroom is a group of different desks or different desks are the part of the newsroom. For the example, the news desk or the business desk or the sports desk or the crime desk or the special desk or the reporting desk or the assignment desk. So, there are so many desks on the within the newsroom. So, and the role, responsibility and the task of each desk is already well defined, already allocated, and accordingly as per the allocation of the task or as per the allocation of work, each and every news desk and each and every desk within the newsroom is playing a important role. So, for the example, from morning to evening or from 6 a.m. to up to 5 a.m. mainly news channels are telecasting different types of news bulletin. Yeah, in between they are also running 2 or 3 different types of shows. Around 9 o'clock they are repeating the one show from the evening shift, or they are updating the one of the main bulletin of the evening shift and running in the morning slot with suitable correction or with suitable updation. After that they are also running a show around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock related with the entertainment. For the example, some channels are running Mia Bibi TV, some channels are running Saas Bahu Betiya, some channels are running Saas Bahu Sajis. So, for the purpose of entertainment or entertainment related news, different channels are running different types of shows. But after that again they are shifting from the entertainment to the hardcore news in the form of news bulletin. Yeah, sometimes they are also running some health related or health based shows around 3 o'clock for the old age people, because as per the lifestyle of the common man or as per the lifestyle of the different people in the metros or in the semi urban areas, channels are trying to design their shows according to the preference, according to the choice of the common man. So, because of that sometimes they are also running the health shows around 3 o'clock. But apart from that, most of the time channels are running different types of news bulletin, or channels are telecasting the news according to the flow of information or according to the flow of news story from the different bureaus or from the different agencies or from different reporters or the network of stringers. So, they are deciding the format, they are deciding the relevance, or they are deciding the shows, or they are deciding the format of the bulletin, or they are deciding the format of the news according to the relevance, according to the importance, according to the news value, or according to the national interest. So, as per these 4 parameters, most of the channels are deciding the format of the news story as well as selecting the news story for different kind of bulletin, different kind of shows, different kind of program. For the example, if news is burning in nature, yes, they will or channels are using such type of story for the purpose of program. If news is breaking in nature, in that scenario they are immediately releasing the news in the form of breaking news. If the news value of any particular story is slightly different, in that scenario they are using the story for the headlines as well as they are trying to produce a segment based on that particular story. So, it is depend upon as per the scenario, as per the sequence, as per the relevance, as per the news value, they are deciding each and everything. So, now again the main question is ki what is the role of newsroom and what is the role of different desk within the newsroom and what is the role of different journalists working within the newsroom for variety of work. So, before discussing about the different types of role of the various journalists or the different types of role of the different desk, I am just going to give you some brief information about the different types of work people, I mean the journalists are executing or journalists are doing within the newsroom. So, first of all, they are the main or the major task of the newsroom is processing of news. Processing of news means they are editing the news, they are rewriting the news, they are compiling the news, they are segregating the news, they are editing the news. Editing, there are 2 types of editing. One is the editing of the script and the second one is the editing of the video footage. So, there is a difference between the editing of video footage and the editing of the news script. One more thing, sometimes certain people are working on the assignment desk. So, the nature of assignment desk or the work of assignment desk is totally different from the work of the remaining desk, that is news desk or the business desk or the sports desk or the crime desk, because assignment is or the assignment desk is also known as the connecting link between the different organization within the news channel. So, this is the major difference or this is the main difference between the remaining desk and the assignment desk. So, most of the time assignment desk is working as a connecting link between the different bureaus, between the different reporters, between the different stingers and collecting and selecting the story from all the bureaus, all the reporters and the stingers and sharing the same with the news desk after the approval from the editor, and after the approval they are sharing their script as well as the video footage, and in case of any additional information, in case of any kind of new information or the updated information, again it is the responsibility of the assignment desk to collect the information from the concerned reporter and share the same with the news desk, so that the journalists who are working on the news desk will accommodate the same information in the story, in the shows or the program for the purpose of telecast in the bulletin, in the show or in the program. So, this is the different kind of work people, I mean the journalists are executing or the working on the news desk. Now, I am going to give you some basic information about the newsroom or about the people who are working within the newsroom. So, in the newsroom there are so many journalists are working in a well mannered way. Their role, their responsibility, their designation and their responsibilities are already well defined. So, one person is responsible for the entire shift, and the name of that particular person or the designation of that particular person is known as shift in charge, or you can also say he is the executive producer of the channel, and most of the time executive producers are playing or working as a shift in charge for a particular shift. So, this is what they are doing, or they are working or they are executing variety of work related with the shift in charge on a daily basis. The next thing is the editor in chief or the managing editor, or the it's depend upon channel to channel. In some channel the head of the channel is known as news director, in some channel head of the channel is known as managing editor, in some channel the head of channel is editor in chief, or in regional channel the head of the channel is also known as editor. So, it is depend upon the size, it is depend upon the operation, or it is depend upon the financial status of the particular the specific channel. So, it's depend upon how if the size of the channel is big, or if the channel is operating at the national level, if the channel is operating at the regional level. So, it is depend upon the size of the channel. Now, next to the editor in chief is the output editor and the input editor and the programming editor. So, these three people are playing very crucial role just after the editor or editor in chief of the channel. So, but our main area of operation is newsroom. So, newsroom is directly comes under the control of output editor, and under the output editor there are so many designations, so many peoples are working on the news desk and executing variety of tasks, variety of work according to the allocation or according to the flow of information or according to the different types of task allocated to any specific any particular person for variety of work or variety of shows. So, most of the time in a particular shift a producer is responsible for minimum 2 different types of shows or program. So, after the output editor there are so many other designations. For the example, after the output editor is the associate editor, assistant editor, and then senior executive producer, then executive producer, then deputy executive producer. So, these are the senior people of the news desk, and most of the time they are working in close coordination with the assignment desk for the purpose of decision making process, for the purpose of taking any major decision related with the show, related with the bulletin or related with any particular story. So, for the example, if some story is burning in nature, for the example some story is breaking in nature, in that scenario they are taking the decision, they are taking the suitable steps to immediately break the story, to immediately manage the reporters for the live, or immediately managing the OV van. So, they are basically working as a decision making body and trying to execute the different kind of decisions immediately as per the flow of news and as per the flow of information, and they are directly in touch with the editors. So, for any kind of updation, for any kind of information or for any kind of major steps, they are responsible and they are working in close coordination with the producers, or they are directly giving the instruction to the producer for any such type of work. For the example, if there is a need to change the sequence of the story, or if there is a breaking news during the bulletin, in that scenario a reporter will contact the shift in charge, and shift in charge will take the suitable kind of decision. Yes, we can take the breaking news in between the show, in between the bulletin. And for the example, suppose if you have already prepared the rundown and the stories are already placed in the proper sequence, and if you are accommodating any kind of breaking news or any kind of live related with any particular story, and obviously if you will add any particular story, then it's very difficult to manage the time. And if you are inserting any story, then you should take the proper permission about the deletion of the story, which story is important, which story is less important, or which story you can drop immediately after taking the breaking news, after taking the live input. So, for that scenario, or for that kind of including or excluding any kind of story, it is the responsibility of the producer to discuss the same thing with the shift in charge. And as per the instruction of the shift in charge, producer is accommodating or producer is deleting any particular story in the bulletin. So, these are the these are part of the daily routine, or these are part of the time management scenario within the channel. So, sometimes they are deleting the story, sometimes they are changing the format of the story, sometimes they are editing the anchor link of the story, and with the help of all these processes they are trying to manage the duration of the bulletin, or trying to manage the around 30 seconds or 45 seconds. So, as per the duration of the breaking news, as per the duration of any particular live input, they are trying to manage the duration, they are trying to manage the bulletin. So, if the overall duration of the breaking news is around 30 seconds or 45 seconds, or similar kind of duration, in that scenario, yes, we can easily manage the duration with the help of editing of the anchor link of the different story. If we have a duration of more than 1 minute, in that scenario, yes, obviously we will have to drop a story. So, for the purpose of dropping of the story, the producers are taking the permission of the shift in charge. Yes, and as per the suggestion and as per the instructions, producers are taking the decision and just giving a call to the panel producer for the purpose of deletion of a story from the rundown, so that he or she can easily manage the duration for the purpose of bulletin. So, these are the process of executing a particular task during the ongoing bulletin or ongoing program. So, most of the time producers are working as a nucleus, because it is the responsibility of the producer to run the error free content on the news channel. So, for any kind of error, for any kind of mistake, for any kind of any issues during a particular bulletin or show, producer is the only person who is responsible for each and everything. So, the role of producer is very crucial, the role of producer is very vital, and because of that everybody is asking ki, you are the producer of the show, and why you have not managed such kind of thing during the bulletin, and what was the reason behind the any kind of plus or minus of this particular story. So, after all, a producer is responsible for the entire bulletin. So, now I am going to tell you in brief about the role and responsibility of a producer during the news bulletin. So, basically producer is responsible for scripting of the bulletin, producer is responsible for the scripting of the bulletin, producer is responsible for the teaser of the bulletin, promo of the bulletin, and producer is responsible for the overall performance or overall duration or overall quality of the bulletin. So, these are the certain thing people are expecting from the producer. If producer is producing a show, it means that producer can manage the show, producer can manage the duration, producer can manage the quality of the script, and again it is the responsibility of the producer to check and recheck the video content of the show. So, producer is the overall responsible for each and everything related with the bulletin, producer is responsible for each and everything related with the show. So, producer is the main person, or producer is the key person of any particular any specific bulletin. Now, the second thing is producer is also working along with a small team, that is called the team of production executive, the team of assistant producer, the team of associate producer. These three people are working in a close coordination with the producer and trying to execute and trying to accommodate all kind of tasks along with the producer within the given time frame for the purpose of producing a bulletin without any error, without any glitch, and that is the main purpose of the entire team of producer and the associate producer, assistant producer and the production executive. They are also responsible for the graphics. Graphics means assistant, band, header and so many other kind of thing. So, this is the main purpose and this is the main role and responsibility of a producer during the bulletin. Thank you.